What's one memory we all remember that we're like, wow, our parents were so unfair? So unfair. Like the moment, they close the door, you even swear behind the door in silent mode.
I got into the house, my dad goes, what did you do? Tell me what you did. And I'm like, hey, I don't know, I was playing with Lebo outside. He's like, I know what you did. And I was like, yo, my dad used to beat me. So I'm like, yo, you know what I did? Like, I'm thinking about all the bad things I did those past 7 days.
Yeah.
And then he's like, tell me what you did. I'm like, dude, I don't know. Maybe I pushed Lebo.
Yeah.
He literally said, go fetch the bouts. I remember that day, like, I think he asked me to make him tea. And like, I took the teaspoon and I licked it.
Oh my God!
And I licked it and I stirred the tea back.
Yeah, so I think that's like the tough part. Like everybody's like trying to live the perfect version of themselves through you.
Damn.
That's so true.
If they have made like certain achievements, they also expect you to have those. So it's like you are supposed to be like the very perfect.
Yeah.
Like, would you allow your sisters, or would you allow me to like beat your kids if they're staying at my place?
Do it 100%.
Yeah, so I spent
having a brother that was so like handsome and like successful and like attractive, like and like intelligent and hardworking, working as
6 minutes left on the camera. 6 minutes left on the camera.
I'm joking, but how was it like?
See it with us, see it.
Excellent, Shafed Huso. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Seatedwith with Lebo and Thato Rampedi. Guys, today we've got a guest. We are international king. What's the thing?
International.
Man,
Are you singing Laho?
I don't know. I'm just
Continental.
Right? He's singing. He's singing Laho.
Minister of Enjoyment.
He's singing Laho.
No.
Okay,
My point is, guys, we've got a guest today. We've got a podcaster all the way from Caiah, baby. We've got Afi in the building. Very happy to have you here.
Same.
If you guys don't know Afi, guys, she's got an amazing podcast with Zoo.
Yeah.
Guys, we met, I think, was it 3 years ago?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
3 years ago in Ghana.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. We got along. We went out same time. Went to go party same night. It was a good time.
Hectic.
And today we're here to have a really nice conversation. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And guys, she's got like a segment that she's doing on her podcast too. So we'll put the link in the description for you guys to watch her podcast. But yeah. So maybe go on. Today
If it's okay with the plan.
Yes, stay by plan.
Okay, anyways. So today, guys, it's all about African parents, but we're starting it off in our early childhoods. We're going to be speaking about the struggles of being a black kid and the struggles we go through. Learning to be part of a family dynamic is something that we get from the beginning, or do we grow to learn our family dynamics? What's the difference between us now that we are adults and our parents as adults? Do we share the same characteristics? Are we literally becoming them, or are we striving to have a different lifestyle? And of course, are our parents villains, or did they just have to give us discipline? And then we'll go into a game that we call Smack or No Smack. Okay. We're going to give you guys scenarios about kids messing up your children. We'll make it a boy, girl, and they'll give you scenarios, and you will all have to vote. Do we smack them or not?
All right. I like this.
Yeah. So that's basically the podcast today. So I hope you guys are ready to be seated with us. We are super, super excited. If you guys don't know, we have our Instagram running at Seatedwith and TikTok. But more important than that, we have a live show.
Baby. On the 17th of July, you guys can watch Seatedwith. Thought Digest as Majito. We're going to be literally doing this live for you guys at Koniko.
Rosebank,
Rosebank, it's going to be a good time, guys. So 17th of July, 7 p.m. Come at 6 so we can chill, have a drink or two.
Yeah.
And then 7 o'clock, the show does start. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
We've got so many guests as well, guys. It's our first ever live show. So this is really exciting.
Really excited.
I low-key feel like, I don't want to say this now, but I think we're sold out.
Yes. We might be.
We might be sold out. There might be a technical error.
Yeah. I promised cousins tickets, so we need to hope it's a technical error.
Yeah, but what I did is that I did reserve a few tickets, so I might open up 20 more tickets. Yeah. Because I reserved about 30 for like friends and family. So if we're sold out, we got you guys, but we're gonna make you guys fight for those tickets. If we're sold out, you know, if
we are sold out,
we've got power now.
Feels so amazing.
But yeah, man. So before we get started, we'll just ask like, how are you?
Yeah.
So I think you can start us off as we go into the.
Yeah. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm fine. It feels really good to be in South Africa. It's cold. But
it is cold.
Yeah, I'm having a good time.
Yeah,
Ghana is hot, ne?
Yeah, Ghana is very
The
hot.
air there is so thick.
I was.
The air is like,
Oh, really? I wouldn't know, guys.
Yeah.
You know, as we stay here, we
No.
don't have money. You know, usually when we ask our how are you, we usually ask like, how are you mentally, physically, everything. So you can give us like a deep dive.
deep, okay.
Yeah, you can say, you know what,
What's
guys.
been stressing you?
What's stressing me is this currency. You know, you can say to me, you can say anything you want. Yeah.
mentally, I think good.
Yeah.
But just like juggling work and the podcast and everything,
Yeah.
that's like kind of a lot.
Yeah.
sometimes. Physically, I'm fine. I try to be in the gym, but I haven't been in the gym like 2 months.
Same.
And yeah, I've been telling myself I'll go tomorrow.
Yo, what is up, guys? It is finally time to put your cups up, and I'm not talking about any exchange. I'm talking about the Afro Exchange that's happening with Johnny Walker on the 28th of June.
Guys, it's about to be a great time. Let's see how it feels like when we go outside, when we sprinkle a little bit of fashion, a little bit of art, and we bring two cultures together. I'm talking about Nigeria and South are coming together to have the party of the year, Papa. It's about to be a great time, and of course, it's alongside Johnny Walker.
Yeah, so from Lagos all the way to Jersey, you guys can always click the link and get your ticket as soon as possible, because we are expecting to answer questions such as, what does it mean to be African in moments like this? You know what I mean?
While you're still hearing some good music, so if you guys are excited, please drop a fire emoji in the comment section. And if you haven't copped the ticket yet, what are you doing, my man? The link is in the description. We will see you there 28th of June. It's about to be a great time.
Yeah. Say,
I packed my fits to South Africa that yes, I'm in the gym.
Zero. I hear that, bro, because I started boxing 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I was making so much progress, guys. Like, I was going every single day.
Yeah.
I haven't been in like 2-3 weeks now. And I feel like I can see myself just losing myself.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was getting fit, so I just hate that for myself. So I'm the same. I want to get back into the gym. I was even telling my goal, like, yo, dude, like, on Monday, tell me that, like, yo, Thato, you've been to the gym?
yeah.
Going on.
Yeah. But it's too cold, yo. Hey, that's why I think if the
That
reduce,
too.
it's freezing. Imagine picking up. Okay, but anyways,
I even texted you saying, boys, and like, can I come gym at your place?
I was sleeping. That's how cold it was. That's how cold it is. I was still sleeping.
But me, like, I'm good. Everything is good. I'm really excited for the live show.
Yeah.
Business is good. The team is growing, and the team is asking for like increases in their salaries, which is
Hakaria must also be in line to ask for a percentage increase in this podcast. But anyways, let's get to
but I'm good, man. I've really, like, same as last week, I'm really been enjoying like my walk with Christ. That's been so much fun. Big shout out to my home cell leader Tabang. Like, he's just really bringing me closer. And like, I woke up yesterday feeling like, damn, like I feel like I want to do something nice for him. You know, like, I'm thinking about getting him like a watch or something.
Oh, yeah.
Because if it wasn't for him last year saying like, come to home cell, come to church, I was never gonna do it. And I feel so much at peace. So shout out to Tabang. Yeah, that's how I am, man. I'm good.
Hey, how am I? I'm okay. I'm just, yo. Everything's been so boring. Like, oh my God, I've been home for like 7 days in a row, which is rare for me.
That's such a lie.
Let's swap lives. I want to be home for 7 days doing nothing.
Yeah, but like, I've just been at home. I've been so bored. Like, I've been bored. Like,
You were at an Airbnb last week. You had booked.
Yeah, it's last week's thing. I'm talking about this week. Like, I'm so bored of this week. I'm so ready to have some fun of some sort.
Yeah.
Physically, oh man, I've been saying every day. You heard me last time on the podcast. I'm like going to the gym at 3 o'clock. Kid, we were still shooting, so I didn't go to gym. I haven't been to gym. I've been saying Monday. The next week Monday. Every Friday I say Monday.
Yeah, same.
So Monday's coming now. I hope maybe I can go to the gym and touch some bars or something. But anyways, let's get into the podcast. Okay, cool. So it's time for us to get seated in the topic, all things African parents. And I think that the best way to start it off is to talk maybe about a story about our struggles as black kid. I wrote here, what's one memory we all remember that we're like, wow, our parents were so unfair. So unfair. Like the moment, you know, they close the door, you even swear behind the door in silent mode. You know what I mean? So which moment do you guys remember where you were like, our parents were like super unfair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna go?
You gotta go,
Yeah, I remember one. I wanted to go and visit my friend in like a different region.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to go with another friend. And my mom was like, okay, she asked me all the details. I told her everything. And she was like, cool.
Yeah.
So my friend came over, like she had packed her bag, I had packed my bags. Like we knew we were going.
How old were you?
Oh, this was even recent. We're not even that young. I think we were like just done with senior high school.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my mom was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So my friend comes over, sleepover. We're excited. Like, we're taking a whole trip to a different region.
Yeah.
And then we wake up in the morning. We're ready to pack our stuff, go to the station. My mom comes to my room and she's like, I'm sorry, I had a dream. I swear, like I'm not even making this up. Like I'm not making this up. My friend, like,
she had like a
witness,
dream.
she had a dream. So like we're obviously going by bus from Accra to Kumasi.
Yeah.
How far is that?
It's like how many hours is that? Like 6 hours.
Oh, damn, it's a different region for real.
Different region for real. So it's like take a plane or you take a bus.
Yeah.
And like obviously like a bus made more sense for us, the money we had. Yeah. And she was like, yeah, so she had like a really bad dream about like the trip and the travel, and it was like giving like accidents and like negative. So like,
so she was like, you can't go, and you didn't go.
We didn't go.
Yo.
And we had like I said, my friend had come to sleep over. We were ready to go.
Yo.
And she just stood on business. She was like, yes.
Yo.
I'm sure you were there like.
But how old are you? How old are you?
How old? That would be like 17, 16.
Your 17-year-old daughter comes to your room and says, I'm going to take a 6-hour trip to go have fun, and then 6 hours back to come home. I also start having dreams.
No, but why
I even have a vision.
No? Why didn't she say no in the beginning?
Yeah, true.
She said yes to the very end.
True.
And then she was like, yeah, so you're not going anywhere.
And that shows you like how spiritual African parents are.
Yes.
Like
yes,
they can be like,
definitely.
my left eye is twitching.
Yes.
I don't feel safe.
It's not making sense. Yeah.
So we didn't go. We just stayed at home. She cooked for us. She's like, yeah, stay home.
Damn.
So
At least she cooked for you guys.
yeah,
That's
so
cute.
it's like,
Yeah, but when you used to, your mom has to cook for you.
You know, I did have a feeling she was going to do that, so I wasn't even that upset because it felt too good to be true. Like you're saying, like 17-year-old taking a 6-hour trip, and my mama said yes. So when she came to she had a dream, I was like, okay.
Fair.
I'm sure we said
Now
yes.
it's normal.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had gone out, I've been like,
Yeah.
should I really go?
Exactly. Yo, and all those but anyways, what about you?
I remember you were a part of the story. I remember
What happened?
I think I was like
You're also part of my story. That's
10.
so crazy.
I think I was 10.
10.
He was 8.
Yes.
Like our first family home, and then we were playing outside, like having the time of our life. Him and I were playing, you know, boys are rough, whatever. I got into the house. My dad goes, "What did you do? Tell me what you did." And I'm like, "Hey, I don't know. I was playing with Lebo outside." He's like, "I know what you did." And I was like, "Yo," my dad used to beat me, so I'm like, "Yo, you know what I did?" Like I'm thinking about all the bad things I did those past 7 days.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Tell me what you did." I'm like, "Dude, I don't know. Maybe I pushed level."
Yeah.
He literally said, "Go fetch the belt."
Yeah.
And he whipped my ass. Like he was just like going in, pop, and he was giggling.
Maybe he had a bad day. You know, sometimes you have a bad
So
day.
up till now, you don't have closure. Like you don't know.
I've spoken about this so many
You
times.
still
Like,
don't know what you did.
and he whipped my ass. Like because he used to take us to a room.
Yes, there was a specific
There's a specific room, like a beating
Yeah.
room.
That's crazy.
Curtains closed. No, man, but it's like the guest bedroom.
And you always
I
used to
get
say-
it. I wouldn't beat my child in the room they're gonna sleep in. That's very traumatic. How they gonna sleep?
Let's keep the trauma in
Yeah,
one
let's
room.
keep the trauma. Let's push it into one
And
room.
he used to say, it's in Spedi, he'd say, "Someone at the banter." So every time you'd hear that,
Yeah,
you'd
just
either
know
like,
it's
"Yo, which
child.
means go fetch the belt."
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you know they're like, "Oh," and if you get the wrong belt, it's like, "Why did you choose this belt?" And it's
You
like,
know that one's
"Oh."
not thick enough. You know which
Yeah,
one I
maybe.
want.
Yeah. So that's my worst. I remember that day, like, I think you asked me to make him tea. And like, I took the teaspoon and I licked it.
Oh my god!
And I licked it and I stirred the tea back.
See, son,
I
though.
was 10.
See, man.
10 years
no,
old.
man. No,
Yeah.
man.
What about you? What's your memory?
We were washing dishes, and I feel like that's such a common black story. But anyways, we're washing dishes.
Yeah.
We're washing dishes with my cousin Chloe, Thato, and me, right? And we're washing dishes, and we're all like laughing, making jokes and stuff. And then they asked me to wipe. Now, guys, in my mind, it's quite crazy for 3 people to be washing dishes.
Fair.
Fair? Everyone agrees here, nah?
No,
Like,
with
I
you.
mean, there's only 2 jobs. It's the washer and the dryer. And the person that picks away, I get the dryers has 2 jobs, basically.
Yeah.
So these 2 called me to the kitchen to wipe. I don't know if they separated their washing duty or what had happened. Maybe they had a meeting before me. And I started wiping the dishes. But now I was literally like whistling while I'm wiping. I'm like, you know what, let me just get this home. Like, and my dad's, who's making that noise?
True. African parents hate whistling. I don't
Yes, they hate, I think joy, loud joy.
Yeah,
Not joy
maybe.
inside, loud joy. So I'm whistling and I'm whistling an upbeat tune. Like a...
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it pissed him off. And then he came into the room and he was like, what's going on? That's not how you wash dishes. Dishes are meant to be done in silence. Wada. This is that. And I was like,
so
this
like
is
Papa.
super unfair. But
Papa was rough in a way, yeah, okay?
Yes. But it made me realize that, like, you know, when we were black kids, we have this perspective of looking out, like looking up, rather, and seeing these people that are like villains and like saying,
See the reaction, yeah.
Now I'm going to flip it, right? Yeah. Which story for you guys you can share from your childhood that you do think now that you're an adult that like, oh, damn, I was actually in the wrong. That is quite fair. You know what I mean? Like, that was fair. But we only understood it now. Like, now. I don't know, this is a hard one. Maybe I can go first.
I can go off the bat. I know off the bat, like, I used to want to go out a lot when I was young.
Yeah.
So I used to be like, my parents were so strict. I can never go out. Like, we could never leave, like, 2-kilometer radius of the house. And, like, I realized now that, like, South Africa's, like, not safe.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I used to be like, why can't I go out? Why can't I go out late? Like, why can't I just go to this party or this bar or whatever? Yeah. Like, SA is not safe. So I'm realizing now that, okay, my parents weren't being strict. They were just trying to keep me safe. Yeah. So that's one thing, like off the bat.
Yeah. Do you have an Ogmaza go next?
I think mine would be, like, general. I just think wanting stuff. Like, you want your parents to buy you, like, a specific type of shoe. Like, they'll buy you maybe a pair of Nikes, and maybe you want, like, another pair, or you want... like 5 different like,
in 1 week.
In 1 week. And then they're like, no, and you feel like wow, my parents are really wicked. Like,
they hate me.
Yeah. And now like you start working and you see like how much it takes to make money. It's like, why are you asking for 5 sneakers in a week? Like, can you calm down? Right? And then sometimes like you ask them for like a sneaker and then they get you like a knockoff. Like, why are you
you're
so
like,
wicked?
come on. Tyke.
Like, I know I told you the one I wanted. Like, you could not have been this slow. But like now I get to like, it wasn't all the time that they had the money to be able to like buy you.
So real. Like, life
that's
is
a
so
good one.
expensive.
That's a very good one. Yeah.
Buying you mic, Adidas.
Right? Abibas. You're like, bro.
Abibas. Abibas is insane.
Or like the Converse without the style. Like, no.
I definitely think for me, like, it's quite like, it's actually like what level, but like getting a degree. Like I was the degree that I have, economics. Okay. I was so anti getting like a business degree.
Because you wanted to do drama.
I wanted to do drama and the arts and stuff. But now I realize like where they were trying to lead me, like, because this world is quite harsh towards the artists. Sometimes I look back over my shoulder and I say, yo, damn.
Even to the to like the general like youth, like unemployment is crazy. Like what, 60%?
51%.
51.
Yeah, I think it's 51 now. I'm not too sure, but it's high.
Youth unemployment is 60.
Yeah. I think I'm just saying unemployment. Yeah.
Youth unemployment is 60%, which is crazy. Yes. So I get them. You need a degree to like at least so you can fight.
Yes. But let's move into like learning to be part of a family dynamic. Maybe we can speak about you. Like, do you have any siblings? How many siblings do you have?
Okay, so I have 2 sisters and I'm the last.
Oh, so you're the last born?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't give last born energy.
Not at all. I literally thought you were first born. Like, I thought you were going to be like, nah?
Yeah, you give
Everybody
first
says
born.
I give last born energy. Though.
What?
Maybe we haven't seen.
Yeah, maybe after 5.
Yeah. What did they say? You can only drink after gun and 7. After 7. Yeah. So you must see after 7.
Yes, I'm the last.
Okay.
Crazy. I would never think that. Like.
Okay, but you guys are a family of 5.
Family of 5, yeah.
Are both your parents still together to this day?
Together, like
okay.
40 plus years.
So just like us then.
Oh, so you just exactly like
we're
us.
We're a family of 5 as well.
Oh, nice.
But we have a girl. We have a girl.
Okay, is she the last?
She's the last boy.
You're saying you have a goal. It's like we have a kid together. Like,
okay, my bad. Making it sound like real.
So you're the middle child?
Yes, I'm the middle. So I'm middle.
You can see that.
I'm the middle. Ignored, alone, never fed. Left home on the holidays. Anyways, but yeah.
We once lost him even. Like.
Oh yeah, they lost
during
me
a
once.
Family trip.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But being the last born daughter, I've heard about this rumor that being the last born daughter slaps, but it's also very, 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 very hard. Which one? Where do you fall into that spectrum?
Both.
Oh yeah,
it slaps because I feel like my parents were overprotective over the first one and then the second one.
So it's diluted.
Exactly, diluted. So by the time it's your turn, like they are much more like easy.
And they just tired, eh? They're just tired of fighting.
Like, bro, they're just tired. Yeah, so I got to like go out more, like go out in the evening more, and I could see like my sisters to be so livid. Like, why are my parents allowing me to like just be frolicking around when they didn't have that opportunity? But I think so that's the upside for me. But then I think the negative is just like you are being compared to like two people above you, and especially when you're the same sex, it's like, oh, your sister did this. Like, my sister did like economics and statistics in school, and my dad was like, you have to do the same thing. I liked it, so it wasn't so
Must I
bad.
triggered you now? I triggered.
You triggered me. I was like, what's wrong with economics? Okay. Yeah. So, I think basically just like having so many expectations, like everybody wants you to live up to some sort of standard. Or if my sisters like made certain mistakes, they feel like it's their personal responsibility to ensure that I don't like toe the same line. And I'm just like, bro, like,
Let me live.
Yeah. So I think that's like the tough part. Like everybody's like trying to live the perfect version of themselves through you.
Damn.
That's so true.
If they have made like certain achievements, they also expect you to have those. So it's like you are supposed to be like the very perfect.
I've never thought about
Actually,
it.
I've never
this
seen
is
it.
very
I've
good
never
to
seen
hear,
it.
'cause we have a little sister.
Yeah, and she
So
probably
now-
feels exactly
The
like.
same. And she's like an overachiever. She's a genius. She's top of her grade. Top of her class, sorry.
Yeah. But
In high school, sorry.
I want to ask, so like, okay, so obviously we've had fights with our siblings and stuff when we're young, when we're older.
Yeah.
How is it shifted now from being a kid and having like conflicts in your family to now? I feel like now, for example, if I had to speak, if I had to go first, I definitely have more of a voice now. Like I can say, back in the day, it used to be like, oh, yeah, you're not going there. Okay. And you guys must do, But now I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Who said I must do it? Why? Why me? Why not Thato?
Yeah.
You know, like I start asking. I want to know from your side as well. Like,
So do you mean with
we
respect
get your
to my
side?
sisters or like with my parents?
just in general, like you can say sisters first and then let's do parents second.
Okay,
yeah.
with sisters, I feel like we still fight. I
Yeah.
feel like with girls, like always fight. But I think now that we are older, it's like not as often. And I think when we were younger, like sometimes the fights were like hands. Like I was like, me and my sisters used to
throw
throw hands on
hands,
each other. Like, bro,
I
like
used to kick his
we
ass
would
too.
kick and scream.
Yeah,
like
true.
yeah, we used to do that. But like obviously now,
You ever do the biting? I did a bit of biting.
I
I
don't
think you
know.
bit my ear, no?
No, it was Shibu.
I used to bite my ear.
Yeah.
Because you're defending yourself.
Yes.
Especially as a last
Literally,
born. You need to use everything. Your hands, your legs, your mouth. 'Cause You're already like
Yeah.
the food
more-
chain.
You're like half day size
Exactly.
also.
So you
Yeah.
have to- yeah, but now I think we don't fight like as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the more you grow up and like, I don't know, transition through life, the kind of things that you're worried about kind of changes. So it's like, we are now friends. I feel like when we were younger, I was actually, maybe it's weird for me because I know people who were like friends with their siblings when they were much younger.
Yeah.
But for me, my sisters and I, we were always fighting.
Yeah,
But
same.
now we are
And you're probably close now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
now
feel
we're
like
closer.
I feel like you get like you either like are really close to your siblings when you're young, and then you separate when you're older,
Yeah.
or you hate each
Other
other's
way.
guts and then you become really close.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
him and I like we only started becoming friends.
Yeah.
I think like 4 years ago, 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and like I'm 28, so like that means from 23 down, like, I just
Yeah.
Yes.
didn't get along.
Yeah, we just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
There was a gap in the market. I
Mind
don't
you,
know
we
why.
we stayed in the same room. We went to the same high school,
Went
same,
to
university. We
That's
lived-
why,
we lived-
low
Yeah, I
key.
think
Because
that was it.
every time I'd step into a new school, they'd be like, and those ears. Yes, those ears, those small ears. We can see these ears. No, these ones are Thato Rampedi.
Yeah.
Your brother was a saint. I'm not a saint, by the way. Now,
I can relate, yeah.
now I have to become a saint
Yeah.
because now this guy came before me who was a saint. University, you come, he's a
Yeah,
YouTuber.
why are you so loud? Your brother was so quiet.
Yes, now your brother's a YouTuber. You go to university, they're like, look, now your brother's a YouTuber. Who are you? What? Now you're like, hey, what's going on? You know? So I understand.
How was that for
about
you? Like, how was that like every time you step into a space?
Yeah.
Like, if you speak about it deeper, like, how did that
Yes.
make you feel? Like, did that make you feel like
Yeah.
you had to overachieve more or you had to be more quiet? Like, how did you
Yeah, so
combat
I
that?
spent
having a brother that was so like handsome and like successful and like attractive, like and like intelligent and hardworking, working a space?
6 minutes left on the camera. 6 minutes left on the camera.
I'm joking, but how was it like?
I'll be honest. Like, being a little brother was like not like it wasn't the easiest thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you had a lot of shine to you and towards your later. I think high school was fine because I think that we ran in two different groups. Thato had a lot of white friends. I was chilling with the blacks. You know what I mean? But I had a lot of white friends. So we were different worlds. So we weren't really compared.
Yeah.
But it's when our worlds were like.
Coming closer.
Yeah, so towards matric, towards first year, second year, third year, and then honors and stuff. Yeah, that's definitely when it became definitely hard. Everyone would know me as that's Tato's little brother.
Yeah.
I didn't even know my name.
Same. I can relate.
You relate, nah? So everyone would be like, "Oh, there's Tato's little brother," and that obviously causes you to like, okay, cool. Like obviously, I have my own identity,
Yeah.
and I have my own like life and my own persona and stuff. And I think that's what actually made me such an extroverted person.
I was literally about to ask you that question. I
Yeah.
think it's the same for me. Like, you kind of like want to fight the whole.
Yes, like
I am AB. I'm Awo's little sister or Marcel's little sister. You want to be like your own version.
yes.
And you almost do you feel like it also kind of made you pick like an opposite personality of him?
Yes,
It's like
yes.
you're quiet, so okay, I'm
like,
gonna be loud.
Yes, so it's like whatever the box that they put me in, the characteristics it
Yeah.
was, like whether it be like fashion or I try to be like
Same.
right outside that box. Because
Same.
I did not want to be known as Thato's like
Exactly.
mini copy.
Same.
Definitely under you get girl! I clock it. I really
I
she
get it.
gets me.
True.
She gets me. Yeah, how about you though on the other side? Because obviously speaking from our
Yeah.
perspective as the younger,
Yeah.
you probably had that pressure from the parental side.
Yeah.
Because it always goes upwards. I
Yeah.
feel like it always goes upwards.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, like my dad always tell me like, dude, no matter what you do when it comes to your behavior, when it comes to you going out, your degree, your siblings are gonna follow what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't make mistakes and you can't like underperform. You have to perform at a high level. So I think I just had that like pressure, but it wasn't that deep because I was like, I hear you, but like, let me live my life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was it for me.
Yeah.
I also just really enjoyed having a younger brother. Like having a younger brother was so amazing for me because it's like a best friend that has to be your best friend.
Yeah.
you don't
Even if you guys,
Yeah,
even if you guys
literally, no
are
choice.
in conflict. So
Yeah.
I loved having you like in my space.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, like the perspective was okay, cool. He's coming to my university. I want him to meet my friends. I want my friends to see how cool he is. Because I grew up him being like the coolest person ever. So oh guys, be my little brother. Like he's so cool.
Yeah.
And then he was there like, dude, those are your friends.
Like live your life.
Live your life.
Let me live my life. I can't be chilling with my older brother's friends at uni and not having a life for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
And it's so weird because now all of our whole friendship group
it's one group.
is his friends. So we're all in the same friendship group. Like we literally have the same like best friends.
Yeah. Which is basically what we always tried to have. Like in high school, I wanted him to be more, you know, I was always trying to look up to like all the, like I said, he was chilling with the whites. So the black leaders and stuff like when I say leaders, I mean like representatives and stuff in the school. I always wanted him to chill with them because I thought they were like, like they were like basketball playing, like, you know.
Yeah, I was doing music, playing piano, playing the marimba.
Very fancy.
Yeah, we were at school. Yeah,
Can you still play?
Yeah, I can still play. But I'm not too great. Do you play? It's not like you play.
No, I was supposed to learn the piano, and
Yeah.
so that's I think one of the things I regret. Like my dad really wanted all of us to play piano. And just
Really?
like why are you taking our weekend for
So,
this?
so you feel like you should have done
I
it.
feel like I should have done it because sometimes you go to a hotel, you see a good piano, you're like, I wish I could be the
Yes,
one who just like
Yeah.
shows everybody my skills.
Yeah.
Like I can't really play.
Yeah, because I want like when I see a piano, I'm
He
like,
does
yeah.
that.
He does
I'll be
it.
like,
I'm sure. If
You know those in the mall where there's like that random piano?
Yes.
He'll just you know?
I feel like pianists always like roll it down, be like, yeah, I play a little bit, like.
yeah.
Then he plays 5 songs.
And everything.
And I know which song we're gonna play next, so that's just funny. But anyways, let's stay in this family dynamic chat. Sorry.
You know what?
Do
I'm
I say it
curious-
another time or no?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
You know what I'm curious about now?
Yeah.
Like after seeing like, you know, how you grew up, you know, having older siblings, like how does your ideal family look like, one? And then what are some things that you want to have, like traditions within your family and like even the way you're going to raise your kids? I think we'll just like bounce around. Because I know for me, I think we've spoken about this, I don't want more than like 3 kids.
I said 1.
I feel like people always want either the same number that their parents had or less.
Or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hardly see people who want
Yeah, no.
Which shows,
in this
do
economy,
you think they passed or failed? He thinks they passed. I
I think my friends did like,
so I was like, 1.
but our sister.
That's actually a good, analysis, yeah.
Because I'm trying to think about it like,
Wait, what's your number before we go? Just to see if you agree with your parents, like whatever.
How
many kids
Like,
do you
how
want?
many kids do you want?
Same, like 3 or less.
Okay.
because I've seen like in the long run, so like growing up, my brother and I, cool, we were there together. Then we always had each other's backs, but we fought, so it was good. I had a friend.
Yeah.
Then my sister came 6 years after when I was 6. And then they became really good friends. So like my sister coming in with that age gap allowed for her to be close with him. And they used to play, and then he helped her with like her creativity.
Yeah.
Because they play all these games. And then I then started growing up a bit, making my own friends. Then they grew together.
Yeah.
And then now, as we're older in our 20s, I have him now.
Yeah.
And there was a long gap, I think 5 years, where we didn't have our sister. Like she was
Yes.
doing her own thing because she was younger.
Yes.
But then now that she's growing up, she's lived her own life, made her own friends, and now she's integrating into our lives.
Yeah, now she wants to join because she's
So
like,
I
you
think
guys are so close.
Yeah, like, oh, you guys are cool. Now we can have like conversations like, oh, do you like, oh, you like boys? Okay, cool. You got a boyfriend? Cool. Like, oh, I go out to these places. Where do you go out? So I feel like 3 is a sweet spot in the long run.
Yeah, in the long run.
With our age gap difference, because like we're 2 years apart, and then you and she are 4 years apart. I think 3 is what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah.
I agree.
But washing that many dishes every night, guys.
Because you want one, no?
I just want one kid.
Yeah?
Yeah, like
Do you
I just
think
want
it
one kid.
stems because like maybe you felt neglected growing up?
No, I think it stems from Uber Eats prices. It stems from, like, for one, it stems from Uber Eats prices. It stems from how expensive, like, private schools are. It stems from, like, it stems from that. It doesn't stem anything. It doesn't.
It's just like the
Yeah,
financial
like,
thing, yeah.
bro, like when we used to do economics and stuff, and the professor
What's
was always,
economics, no?
Yeah.
Well, you guys are both economists.
Yeah, economics, yeah. Yep.
but yeah, when we used to do economics, we used to talk about population control, like how like different countries would be like, oh, limit your kids, wada wada, for the economy and stuff like that. South Africans don't care, bro. Some guys have 6 kids with like 5 hands, or I don't know if it's the same.
Yeah,
That's
same.
Oh, okay, so it's an African practice then.
They want to
Yeah.
have as many children
Yeah.
to continue their legacy.
Yes, like
I've never had that like that complex, eh?
yeah,
Of like
same.
wanting to continue my legacy,
Yeah.
or like have kids represent what I've built. Like
Yeah.
I don't. I,
Parents are heavy on that.
Yeah,
your parents
true.
heavy on that.
Really?
Oh, parents
Yeah.
in jail.
I mean, our parents' generation.
Oh,
is like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, I think it's dying with us because you guys have that like feeling.
No,
Like-
not really.
I really know.
Would you like?
But,
I want my kids to be comfortable.
I think you
all
can,
that
the
I
way
really
to
do.
find out is just to ask, like, what do you hope your kids become?
Whatever they want.
True.
What do you hope your kids, whatever they want? So yeah, that means you
I
don't
think
give a
so.
damn about legacy. also you.
I feel like true whatever they would like to become, but my partner does like jewelry, and I
Yeah.
feel like jewelry is like a family business.
Yeah.
So definitely you would want at least like one of the kids
To do.
to do that.
see?
But like if they
You
don't,
see?
I don't think
Yeah,
like
so you got some
wait,
legacy.
wait,
It's starting. It's starting.
wait. I would like it, but if they don't want to do it, I would not make it. Like I wouldn't force you. It would
Yeah.
be nice.
That'll be nice,
It
no?
wouldn't be nice.
How
to
old are you
put
actually, Afi?
Yeah, you never ask women's age, Tato,
They
like
don't know,
on
okay, you'll talk about
camera.
to the podcast.
I'm like in my late 20s.
Okay.
But
That's
honest,
crazy to say, no? Me
Yeah,
too, girl. I was
yeah,
in my late 20s.
Yeah, very
You in
late.
your mid 20s.
I'm in my mid-20s. Yeah.
How old do you think he is?
24.
Thank you.
Nah, he's 21. No, wait. You're saying he's 2 years younger than you.
I'm
You say you're
26.
28.
I'm 26. But
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you. I'm like, I really, I love when you do this on
It's
the
a
part.
skincare routine.
Thank you. 6 hours of
Everyone
sleep.
thinks you're
Yeah.
everyone thinks you're 23. And,
Yeah,
you, and like
that
when I
us.
look at you, you look 23.
Yeah,
The
that
energy
us.
and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that us.
But
Yeah,
I'm
very
starting
youthful.
to see the cracks there.
Okay. Well, all right. So let's go into your question. Back into what? So you're speaking about like how your partner is into jewelry.
Yeah.
What sort of traditions besides that? Obviously, do you want to like as I said, uphold in your family? Like,
I think
and maybe you can also mention what traditions you're going to keep from your
my parents.
your
I
parents.
think I'll
yeah.
start from that. For my parents, they always take Christmas seriously, but not like necessarily like gifts or something. Like we should just be together.
Nice.
So I think for that, I think I'll try and keep that.
Yeah.
I think as we grew older, nobody cared really, and that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
fine. I think when the kids are young, I would want them to value like family, especially during Christmas time.
Yeah. True.
And I think every time like someone like my sisters when they had kids, like one of the child is being like christened or something, everybody goes. I think those milestones, everybody should be there. But we don't have like any specific like family tradition. I think what my parents used to do that I would like to do is they used to take us to the beach almost every Sunday.
Yeah.
Or every other Sunday. Okay, I was a kid, so maybe my brain
Yeah.
is every Sunday. I mean, it
Yeah,
was once a
that's
month.
nice.
Kid,
I
you
was
know,
like-
kid memories.
Yeah,
like
kid memory.
it was every day,
Yeah,
low
it was
key.
every day low-key, but it was like every month. But at least there was like a beach tradition where like
Yeah.
my mom would like pack a bag with
That's
snacks
so
and
cool.
everything, and
Yeah.
we would go to the beach. So I
The
think
beach
I'd
for
want
us
to
is
do
far, eh?
something.
Yeah.
The beaches were far.
Yeah.
From Joburg, how beaches are fast the beach?
I don't
It's
know,
a
like
flight.
a flight like
Oh,
4 hours, 4 hour
Yeah,
flights. Yeah.
no. So like there was like
The
Accra
beach
is
right
like
there.
Yeah.
coastline. So yeah,
That's so cool.
so that's something I'd like to keep like spending time those beach times because my mom used to be an air hostess, so she used to travel a lot. But because of that tradition, I didn't feel like she was absent because I remember like, oh, my mom used to be the one
That's
pack
so
the
cool.
picnic bag, like even though she wasn't around all the time. So
That shows you
the effort.
Now growing up, so that's one of the things.
Yes.
Like when she used to travel, I used to be like, this woman should just hurry up and come and bring me something because since she doesn't want to be around it. But like now, I'm like, yo, she was really doing a lot.
She was on her
look, she was on her grind, capacity-wise. She's probably tired, bro.
Yeah.
And she must get home. Now you guys are crying. You guys are hungry.
Yeah.
And she must pack a bag for the beach.
Oh, yeah, she's spending how much on school fees? Asking someone how was your day?
She's running there on the beach, going far.
Now
swimming too
what's
deep.
going on?
I know.
Who finished the chips? You haven't had a chip yourself on the beach. Who finished the chips?
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
she used to pack kebabs. We eat like kebabs, like skewers.
Oh,
We grill it with like this
Yeah.
suya pepper.
Yeah.
She used to pack kebabs. That's why I remember that. Like,
Hey, it was
I
nice.
remember,
Must.
it's so weird. I remember the color of like the flask. Like, it was in Fairmont, yeah. And then it had like a green top. Like I remember,
But
and
you
I
see, that
find it
means that
very
there's-
like crazy because that means that like everything you do, like your kids would.
Well, it will stick
remember,
with them.
It's an imprint
both
onto them.
positive
Yeah?
and negative. So like you have to be so careful.
Yo, what about you? What about you? Like, what would you copy, and then what would you start new?
Trash.
Same with you. So like, my parents are like heavy on like Easter. We go to my grandparents' place.
Exactly.
Christmas, grandparents' place. What else? Other holidays. That's it, no?
That's all I know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so Easter and Christmas, and then whatever like family holidays, you know, they're very heavy on also funerals. Like we always all go and support.
Yes.
So I think I'm gonna keep that. Also, like my mom and dad were the tooth fairy for the longest time for me. So that's gonna stay. Like I used to love putting money in. Did you also experience that?
You're the tooth fairy.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't get a tooth fairy. What is this thing? Do you speak of?
You had a tooth fairy.
Yeah. So like
Dude, that's the like.
when my tooth would come out and I put it under my pillow, like my mom would like in the night
I did
go
and
and
I
put.
No.
I did it and I woke up and saw the tooth.
Yeah, you
and
saw
then
it?
like,
You're just there on some. Hello.
yeah.
In the room.
That happened to me once, but my mom said no. Maybe he was with other kids that day.
Oh,
But like for a
really?
good
That's cute.
like for a long time, I had a tooth fairy.
That's cute.
Oh.
They didn't do that for you.
Maybe my teeth weren't falling out fast enough. I don't know.
They're just over it, I'm sure.
So I'm gonna be heavy on the tooth fairy. I'm gonna integrate Father Christmas. Like I'm gonna do the whole thing of like, you know, snow and like putting the footsteps. I'm gonna tell my kids to leave cookies for Father Christmas. I feel like that's what helps a kid like, you know, get their I think that helps the kid get his creativity. You know? And it makes
true,
it, like,
true.
Imagine and like live.
And they'll never forget.
They'll never forget.
Yeah.
So tooth fairy's gonna stay. I'm gonna bring in Father Christmas, and then I want to do this thing. I want to have the Rampedi annual games.
Yeah.
Nice.
So like
Someone
I
wanna
want
do,
like
yeah.
we're gonna be playing the craziest games.
Yeah.
My family versus
Purple
his
shirts,
family
yellow shirts,
versus
red
my
shirts.
sister's family versus like my parents will be in a team.
Yeah.
Like I'll invite some cousins here. Like you have to be on my good books to
Yeah.
be invited to the family games. And we're gonna like just compete at a high level.
Yeah.
And then there'll be like awards and winners and like
Second place.
So obviously my family's like, yo, we've had this award for like 5 years running, guys. Practice.
It'll be fun.
Come on, there's only 3 of us versus, I think you said a soccer team of 5, ne? There's 5 of us. I'm just saying, we must think of the competitions in the future.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. And then like I want to have like weekly things like Taco Tuesdays.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a nice
I want a day like on a Thursday, like guys, you guys help mama cook. Like I want my kids to like cook for us.
Yeah.
So I wanna like, you know, those are some things that I want. I'm so excited to have a family, guys. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I was anti having kids for like
The longest
That's
time.
like where Zoo is at. So like for context, Zoo is like the co-host.
Yes,
He's also like very anti-kids. He's like,
Serious.
I think it's like a thing in
like
every
a-
man's life.
Yeah,
like,
you think, I don't think he's gonna grow out of it though.
Really?
He seems very
Like,
sure, like
fixed in it.
Is he still was a vegetarian? Pescatarian?
Yeah, vegan. He's still
Vegan.
Still very vegan.
Damn.
What's
He
vegan
is-
again? It's when you don't eat meat and
And
milk.
meat derivatives, so no milk.
derivatives. I wasn't that good at math. So that means
That's like anything an animal
produces
you don't-
eggs, milk, butter,
None of that.
Like plants.
and
Just plants. Yes.
because cheese, bro. Anything produced for, you know how many things are produced for animals, bro?
Everything.
Everything.
it's crazy.
He must popcorn. But anyways,
Yeah.
Popcorn is
He can eat salt popcorn,
Tato, you
but
see,
not
Tato
butter
had to
popcorn.
think. He had to think because that
butter
comes.
popcorn.
He can't have
crazy.
butter popcorn because of the butter.
Yeah.
Oh, but salted.
But salt popcorn,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Okay. Crazy.
Crazy.
But the salt touched the fish in the ocean. I don't know. We'll talk about it. I don't know. I don't know if that counts.
You must
I
tell us
don't
in
know.
comment
You
down
tell
below.
us. You tell us.
Can you
Where were
choose-
you? Where were you? Actually, you must comment. You must say,
What
hey,
about
what's
you?
up?
How's your family looking?
I'll definitely keep the the Easter, the
Easter, Christmas.
because I feel like my family, like those are the central points that we don't miss out, and I feel like it'll be also very nice for my brother, my sister, and I to. I always wanted us to live in like the same states. They've never said yes. They've always saying like that'll never happen. But I've always pictured us like every like Sunday or like once like every 2 weeks coming to one house, all of the kids, everything eating. Like every like maybe if it's every like 3 weeks, but it's just norm that like our kids are like siblings basically. Yeah. You know when you meet people and like, oh yeah, that's my brother, and they're like, oh, I never knew you had a brother. Oh, it's my cousin. I want that.
Yeah.
No fictional characters.
Do you guys do that in Ghana?
Like cousins, everybody's your
like
cousin.
you call your cousins your brother.
Yeah. No, we call everybody our more of like everybody is your cousin. Brother, like your brothers are your brothers, but almost everybody's your cousin. Like even your friends who are like very close are your cousin.
Oh, yeah, because we got this thing where like your cousin is your brother,
like your sibling.
Okay, no.
like your parents' siblings' kids are your siblings.
That's your sibling.
Cousins.
Sorry.
So same with that. Like no fictional characters though. Like this Father Christmas Fairy. What? I don't know what you're cooking.
So
up
no
there.
Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, and
About Christmas.
Oh, Christmas. Yeah, God, Jesus, not
Amen.
not a white man coming down the snow thing. Like Jesus Christ.
You're gonna kill my kid's vibe, bro.
I think so. From what you were saying,
You're gonna kill my kid's vibe.
So. And one thing very, very important, I was like, I'm just super excited to show this brutal girl like all the movies I've watched. I want like a movie night. I want a movie night, and we just watch all the movies I've watched like back in the day. Because by then it'll be classics like High School Musicals. They won't know.
It's already a classic.
It's you know what I mean? Yeah, it's already a classic. Low-key, it's a classic. So that's yeah. And then also, what else do I want?
And there's gonna be so many movies to show your kids.
Dude, there'll be so many that I've watched and loved. So that's what I'm very excited about. Like dressing them up, same theme we have. Popcorn and stuff, just as
and
the
you're
characters.
very creative. Like him and his partner, like they have so much fun. Like like they do such like creative things. Like even the way they play Monopoly.
Yes.
Like, I'm always like, how do you guys have so much fun? Like play Monopoly like that. I don't describe it, but he's very creative and like
the moment.
Can I like add another layer for you guys?
Yeah, sure.
So you guys have a sister.
Yeah.
So if she gets married, what if she starts to go for her husband's family stuff?
Oh damn! I didn't think about that.
So maybe. What does that
and he has like 7 siblings now.
Yeah, because her kids must go to
their siblings as well.
They might. I don't know what the dynamics are like here, but they might most likely prioritize going Christmas.
Yeah,
that's true. That's how it is. You always go to the father's side. Also, I
think we're gonna.
Or sometimes they try to negotiate.
I feel like I'm like.
That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Like yo.
Like,
what about you? Like, not ever seeing your sisters again, basically.
So my dynamic, right? It's weird because I think both my sisters married into like families where like their husbands were the only child, or like they have lost a parent or something. So they do tend to come back to my house.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like I might not be coming back to.
Does he have siblings? Like
no, because the person I'm with, my partner doesn't have like direct siblings. But like his family is like more structured, so I tend to go for like a lot of family events at his side. Yeah. So I feel like I'm the one missing out on my family, like on my family events, because my sisters tend to go back.
Yeah.
You just broke my heart in my mind.
Yeah,
my sister's husband.
But now I go to his side, because his side is like it's on lock.
And we have to accept it. Eh?
Like you're really giving me like a thing to think about it.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to be fair and be like, okay, cool, because I'm gonna marry someone, she's gonna have to come too. But like I don't care if my sister's marrying someone, like she must come home.
But that's not your choice.
I know.
She'll probably have to
she's her and her husband.
Every other Christmas. Like
but she's so like she's so strong. Like she's got such a big personality. She's gonna come to it.
She's probably gonna come. Yeah.
She's gonna make him come. Like, my sister's a leader in her relationships in her life.
I'm a little bit scared of her also. Like
I'm terrified of her. Like one wrong move, like oof. But I'd have to understand, man. I think maybe I'd say, okay, cool. We're there for Easter. Just come for Christmas. Come on.
Exactly.
You
have to
come for one thing. But I think that's why it's so important to also have like brides or like dinners once a month with your family. Like I want to have that too. Like every Sunday we all meet up. Like come with your husband, my sister, and whatever, and your kids. And then you come with your wife. I come with my wife.
Yeah.
Which makes me think now, like now that we're all speaking about like family gatherings, like the difference of how you speak to your kids and how your parents will speak to your kids might be different. Like, how do you guys think your ideologies will be different in terms of like where you think there will be conflict points? Like, they will definitely be. Conflict.
Also, to add a layer to that, like, would you allow your sisters? Would you allow me to like beat your kids if they're staying at my place?
Smart. Do it, 100%.
Yeah, dude. My hand is your hand. If I pass them over, my hand is your hand.
Nah,
I find you reasonable.
Yeah, it's enough.
Like, yeah, you're not gonna now when he lands. Yeah, come here, pa. Your dad said this. Your dad.
I
No,
feel like-
come on, bro.
I feel like don't touch my kid because I'm scared that he's gonna project his anger from me onto my kid.
Wow.
So do not touch my kid.
Are you serious?
So, like, let's say I'm babysitting all 3 of them, by the way,
You have just
at
one.
the same time, and they just. I'm not allowed to just give a warning hit
I
say
don't
to
know.
the rest, behave like a warning hit.
I see my kids being so like
Soft.
What if they are
calm and classy.
What if they are not?
Like Tata thinks his kids
I
are gonna
mean,
be like
they'll be having the
behaved,
tooth
right?
fairy and-
Yeah, but maybe yes.
Yeah, milk and cookies.
I don't know,
Yes.
I
So
feel-
they'll be
I feel-
used to where our wild children are just running.
Because Jesus saved them. So
Yes,
like,
Jesus
by
saved
Caesar,
them, but the Father
free.
Christmas.
But you know,
Literally.
I'm actually so scared. Like, what happens if my kids are like menaces? I don't see it though.
Yeah, but like
My kids are gonna be like me, bro. I'm so calm and cool and chilled.
No.
Even as a
But it
kid, I
doesn't
was
work
so
like that,
calm.
it doesn't work like that. I think that you have to understand, even our parents didn't want to discipline anyone, bro. Like they just wanted to be chilled.
Yeah.
Like, but you have to intervene in children's actions because, like, let's say your child, like, obviously now they've got the money for the tooth fairy, they bougie, they're living life, they're on the iPad. I say, no, dude, please pack up your toys. Then he says, shut up.
Shut up! Don't tell me what to do. You're my dad.
You know my dad, dude, and you're studying enough for the Christmas or the, what was it, the fairy, the tooth fairy. So you better watch your tongue with me. I must now look at him and say, okay, my man.
I'm sorry.
Let me actually call your father, and then he'll hit you through the phone. I must be present. I must be the present uncle.
You must be there like, okay, listen, that's not how we speak. This is my house. You must speak to my kids
So
properly.
this is my house. So smack.
Yo. I don't give you guys consent.
Okay.
And I'm not even my kids with you or you.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
know that
Okay.
my kids
Okay.
cannot visit your guys'
So you
houses.
still believe in like discipline, like
Yeah,
giving a
everyone-
child like a smack once in a while, like
Every once in a while. I don't think it should be like a thing.
yeah, it shouldn't be like a
Until
thing.
what
So
age?
let me give like crazy perspective. Like,
Yeah.
I can count the number of times my parents hit me. They
What?
didn't used
Count.
to hit us.
Wow, you live in a nice home.
Yeah, so I don't know if like what Thato is saying, like maybe we were just not as stubborn, so like it never really got to that. Like if you did something wrong, they'll just scold you. That's it, and you would get in line. So I think it never really
Got to
the point. But like in Ghana, they have like the canes. You'll buy. I don't know if the
No
teachers-
wonder you can count. You can't hit a child with a kid. I said there's many. They do hands, belly.
High
No,
heels.
they'll buy the cane.
What?
It's like a cane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they'll use it to you bring your hand out and then they'll lash your
Oh,
hand.
they hit your hands.
Or your back.
Oh, your back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What in the 10 years of slave, 12 years of slave was happening?
was
I remember one day our
In
dad bought
Ghana.
you know what a shambok is?
Shambok. So shambok is like a stick and it has
Google
like
it
a.
for her.
It's like has like
So
a, It's the
scary,
thing they
bro.
use for like
Slaves.
girls.
Ah, yeah,
You know that thing that has
yeah,
like
like a
a
whip, yeah.
like a twig.
I think one day we were out of control. My dad came back with the shambok and he put it like by the house, like by the
In the
door.
center,
And he
low-key.
just put there. He said, "Guys,
From now
on
on,
this," but he never used it on us.
not once.
Yeah, so it was the same thing with us for the cane. Like they bought it, but they never used it. It was just like there.
Scare tactics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our
And it
parents
worked.
had war with us, eh?
definitely, bro.
But I also feel like there's a time in your kids' upbringing where you can capture them. Like you see how you're saying that like you can count the amount of times your parents hit you.
Yeah.
I feel like your parents captured certain level of fear or respect early.
Exactly.
I feel like if you miss that time period, then you have to like now
While
spank
out,
and while out
yeah.
and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think
Which is why having one kid is so nice because you won't make a mistake. Is you have to be very intentional because this is it.
present fathers.
Yeah, if you say, God, man, we messed up, eh? But anyways, let's go to number 2. You know what I mean? That's why I also like the one kid, how intentional it is. And have you guys ever met like an only child? Like they're so close with their parents. They'll talk about, they'll call them all the time, one-on-one.
Yeah.
And I want to have that type of relationship.
I don't think it's
But
about
when you meet only children, I think that's the only
They always say I want
difference.
siblings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the difference between like what I said about people wanting the same number of siblings, they have
Yeah.
less. With people who are only child,
They always want
Yeah,
big.
they always when you say how many kids do you want, they always want like 5 or 7
Yeah.
or 10, and I'm just like, yo, chill. So I think that there's some sort of dynamic of like they didn't like being alone
Yeah.
and always having to go and sleep over at their cousin's house and then coming back and then they're just alone and
that's why dude, you should give your siblings you should give your kid a sibling.
Yeah, but they'll have cousins.
But you're hearing she's saying that like
They'll have cousins. Then if they want to have such a big family, when it's their turn, they can. No, guys, I'm a very fair person. When it's your turn, even me, I want it to be one person. in the family. I wanted to be one. At least then maybe I would have scraped some love out of those two. But I was part of three, not by choice. But now it's my turn.
My turn, buddy.
And I'm going to choose for this brew or woman to be one person. You know what I mean?
I hear that.
But
Maybe
now,
go into top five.
yeah. Top
sorry.
five.
Yeah,
but I wanted to go into now that we're all adults, right? What are some of the characteristics that we see from our parents that we definitely have now? Like, I'm definitely a strict partner. Like, I take that from my.
You're a very strict.
I'm a very strict partner. I know you guys see fur in my head.
Yeah.
Don't let it mislead you.
Very strict.
I'm very strict. Like, I'm a very strict partner. Yeah. Like a young, like, yo, you must text me when you leave, text me when you get there, who are you with? High five. Yeah. You also the same, right? Same. Okay. Well, I definitely got that from my parents. I didn't get that from where else.
I think I battle that. So I feel those emotions, but I don't, like, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'll never be like, yo, who you with? Like, where you going? Like, if you tell me, you tell me.
On the top of your head, though, from the both of you, like, what are, like, some of the characteristics you do share, though, with your parents? You can say, I get this from my mother, I get this from my dad.
Work ethic. I want to say work ethic. My dad and my mom. So my mom used to work 9 to 5. She's been working 9 to 5 her whole life. Yeah. Like working from 9 to 5, get home, work from 5 to 7, cook, we eat. You know what I'm saying? So I think work ethic from my parents. I think also like love. I love love. I think because my parents still together. Yeah. Not that we saw them in love, but seeing them like be together and
partnership,
stick it through makes me always want to stick relationships through. But now I've learned to see when it's time to say, hey. This is not for me, and that took me a long time to get. So I think, those are some of the things.
What about you?
Yeah, I think same work ethic and I think respect for your partner. I think my mom really respects my dad.
That's nice.
And now, like, in our generation, there's the whole, like, don't let the man tell you what to do with your life. Like, just because we are dating doesn't mean I should cook for you or clean for you. Like, you know, that's the kind of energy that, like, most people have. True. But I don't think I can have that because, like, my mom didn't raise me that way. So I feel like in as much as, like, I'm working and I'm living my own life and I have my partner who I love, I would still feel like wanting to be like a homemaker and making sure like the house is nice. Of course, clean up after yourself, but like I'm not going to be very like strict about it. Like I would.
And that's scripture, guys. Like all Christians here, né? Yeah. That's scripture.
Exactly.
Like that's how it's meant to be.
Exactly.
We were even speaking about that at church. I think 2 weeks ago. And then we spoke about it at home as well. Like we spoke about how like a man is meant to lead, a woman is meant to submit. Like of course, obviously now it's new
biblically.
Yeah.
Right?
Before comment section says Thato. Yeah, but
like a scripture because we were speaking about it at home. The one lady was even saying that like guys, we've seen it like with Eve. Like once a woman takes charge, it like they can be some sort of like you know when it comes to the household. Yeah.
But you see,
we're going back and forth on that.
Yeah, but you see, I think it's kind of like the Bible always has this like interesting way of putting like things in power. Like they say the woman is a helper, right? But if a man is going to make like a business decision and he's speaking to someone who's like advising him and the person's advising him properly, he's going to be successful.
Yes.
So indirectly,
100%.
the woman is almost like your, I don't know, voice of reasoning. Right? So in as much as she's like your helper, she's actually very powerful as well.
Yes.
I think that's where people don't understand. Like
So
the
real.
woman is actually very powerful.
Very
so
true.
if
Very
you give
true.
her that opportunity to like have an opinion and share with you and advise you and help you, you would go so far. But like if you feel like you're supposed to submit to me, whatever I say you do. It's no. It's just more of like if she advises you and you decide to go whichever way you want to go,
It goes better.
she just has to support because at the end of the day, she's just supposed to be a helper.
Yeah.
That's so I've even seen that like with myself, like personally within good relationships. Like whenever my partner like advises me on business or like just a way to live
Things
life,
just end
like
up
good
going
choice,
well.
like things go really well.
Exactly.
True.
I think even like we see it in like those presidents, bro. Like you know, like what they call Madam President.
First ladies.
First lady, they're the ones that actually making all of the
You
discussions.
say Madam Presidents.
The first lady. I love it so much. The first lady, like they're the ones that are actually governing like the countries.
Yeah.
Because pillow talk. Come on.
Yeah.
Like if your girl's always telling you, no, babe, like Lebo's always speaking to you funny. Lebo's always being rude to you.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna like react on that.
Exactly.
So I imagine when it's positive too, you're gonna start like you're gonna reinforce your ideas
Exactly.
and even get new ideas. So I agree with you. That's a better way to say it. for saying it like that.
Let me, because I can see the time. Let me get into the game. Nah?
Okay.
I think I'm gonna get into the game. So because we've got progressive parents in the room, it's no longer smack or not. It's smack or not or talk. Smack or not or talk. Okay, you guys get it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first one is he takes all the money, or he or she. I kept saying he because in my mind I'm having a son. So he takes all the money. He or she takes all the money from your wallet and makes paper art for you. They've torn it up, they've cut it up, but they've made paper art for you. Got it if you're money, hundreds and thousands. Then
I talk.
You talk.
Explain to them the value of money, or like what we can and can't do. I wouldn't smack them.
Okay.
That's a tough one.
Can I do two? Can I do two?
Yeah, I feel like I want to do like a half talk, half smack.
Half talk, half smack. Like
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Yeah. Like
sit down and let me tell you about money.
Yeah. This is gonna be the. Maybe I'll talk and then smack. I don't know. I want him to focus.
Yeah, because
You want them to focus before you smack.
Yes, because I'm worried about.
No, but if you talk and then they're like, okay, daddy, I get it. I'm really sorry for what I did. Now you can't smack.
Yes. He or she takes all your wife's makeup, puts it in a bath, and says he was just trying to make mud.
Make what?
Mud.
Mad.
Yeah. All of the makeup products.
Mind you, the first thing I'm gonna
Do you know how expensive, by the way? Like, just for context, you know what I mean? Like,
the first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna be like, yo, don't tell your mom. Like,
yeah,
she's gonna
real.
crash out. Like,
Yeah.
wife is
real.
gonna crash out.
Fucked up. Yeah.
So I'm gonna be there with him and be like, yo, boys, and like, oh,
What did you do?
what did you do?
Yes,
Like,
bro.
See, you trying to be a fun dad, hey? He's trying to,
serious.
yeah.
His wife has to be the strict one.
Yeah.
He wants to be the favorite.
Yeah, he wants to be the
I was
favorite
gonna be the
dad.
favorite, but I mean, if
That's
I'm
the
chosen,
thing.
if I'm
You can be
chosen.
a favorite, so you can be the right one. That's the only way.
I literally said this, like, I'd crash out and I'd be worried for him.
Yeah, I definitely smack them and then tell them to start cleaning and then start preparing a speech for when mom comes home, so he or she can say the speech to the mom seeking forgiveness and hoping that his mother can forgive him. That's what I'd say. Then I'd say we're just gonna have to wait and see if she's gonna forgive you or not.
Yeah.
But I hope because you related, she can forgive you. That's literally how I'm speaking now.
Daddy told me to tell you that, and I didn't understand the importance of makeup.
Yes.
I know now makeup makes you very beautiful, mommy, and I'm so sorry.
I hope we can make up.
I got it.
What would you do?
So
What
are we
would you
flipping
do?
it all like my makeup?
Yeah, now it's you.
Now it's your makeup. Yeah, your makeup.
Ooh, I feel like I'll cry. I don't think I have the energy.
You just cry.
I don't think I have the energy
Oh,
to beat
man.
someone. I'll
Oh,
call
man.
you.
I think
Dad.
that's a
This one,
punishment.
I need dad to back
deal
me
with
up
it.
because
Yeah.
like, yo.
I think that's a punishment. Just seeing your mother cry for what you just did.
Like makeup, like, and now like if you beat a child, it's like you're being superficial. So you just have to cry, you know. Like I don't think I can hit a child because of makeup, but like it's expensive, so I think I'll just cry.
I hear that.
Wait, let me go to the next one. It's one that many people have done. He still steals from me. He or she just steals
You'll
from
be
me.
smacked.
Yeah,
I don't
Steals
even have
money
to
from
think.
me.
yeah. It's a tricky one because
Stealing.
I've heard a lot of people just take like coins from their parents' purse, buy sweets and stuff.
That's
Stealing is difficult. You guys can go. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it.
I think this is
I'm
definitely.
getting angry as I'm thinking about
Yes,
it.
think-
it's like a habit. Like if you don't,
Yeah,
nip it
if
in
you
the
don't,
bud,
if you don't cut it off now,
yeah.
that's
But now, when you smack them, do you make them stop stealing, or do they become a mastermind at stealing?
True.
now they learn to be creative.
Yeah, so I think
Yeah.
I need to like really capture their mind and like try explain to them
True.
why it's so bad. And maybe even call the police, like just maybe
To
trauma.
scare them a bit.
Maybe use
True.
trauma. Yeah,
I
get them
think-
arrested, put them in
Yeah,
a
call
van.
Percy to
Yeah.
come in like a police outfit, and then one of your friends comes in like I like that one. Yeah.
True, I agree. I think I take back like maybe 2 times talk, 3rd time smack. Like if
Yeah.
it keeps happening,
Smack, yeah.
smacking is going
Yes.
to happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
I agree with that one,
I'd be
yeah.
very performative with it.
Yeah.
I call the police, call a detective.
Yeah.
I might actually like I might just be like, yo, dude, what did you need the money for? You know what I mean? And then
Yeah,
here
you
he
do
must,
have to- yeah.
and then he must explain like, oh nah, like maybe I wanted. Let's just make it superficial. He said sweets.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, cool. Then the next day I'll buy maybe 12 huge packs of sweets and put them in his room and be like, eat all of this. Eat until you can't stop. Deadass. I think that's what I would do. Whatever he wanted, I'd buy it in gag so that he can learn that like when you steal, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
You're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting your chances. You're hurting things. Because now you're gonna think my dad's just upset. My dad's upset. I mustn't steal because my dad's upset. This makes
What's
me
the SPCA for kids?
I don't know. Hey,
Like what
SPCA? Are you talking about the child like the?
Yeah, like what you do.
That's
in parents?
dog kids. I thought.
Yeah, I'm saying what's the SPCA for kids? Like so SPCA is like
childline.
I think I'd have to call child services against you if you did that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, dude. Obviously, I'd stop after like 15.
Sweets.
Yes,
It's gonna be weird, like
but
you
it's the
said.
lesson of like seeing it and being like, yo, my dad nearly made me eat 3 full packets of whatever. Okay, let me go to the next one. He was caught past. Sorry, this is the next one. Sorry. He brings a girl home and you find them kissing in your bed.
My bed?
Yeah.
What a disgusting young man. Why in my bed?
I don't know.
First of all, I'd be like, boys, we're trying to decide. What is this?
Okay,
Like,
girl, let's flip it to girl also. You see, let's make it fair.
if it's a girl,
like,
I'd kick that guy's ass.
oh,
Because I'd be convinced that he convinced my sweet, sweet daughter to go into my bed.
jeez.
Why?
So now you're just putting hands on a random child.
Or
And mind you, we are not even allowed to hit his child. We are not even allowed to hit his child.
Literally, you're not even allowed to hit your kids. But
or I'd call like, if I had a son, I'd call my son to come beat him up.
That's
but
crazy.
no,
Now,
but
what if
why
your
are you
son can't
allowing
fight?
beating? Like, I don't get it. What if your daughter was the bad one? Because she knows the way to your room.
Yeah.
Ish.
What about you?
Yeah, that's why
That's a tough one, yeah.
I'd give it to my wife to deal with.
Yeah, same. This is a wife. I feel like
That's
I'd be
my
like,
wife. That's a wife thing.
babe, like maybe you should talk to them.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I'll definitely call the other kids' parents.
nice.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
That's nice.
Nice
yeah.
one. Nice
Stay
touch.
there.
Yeah, that's
Nice
nice.
Stay
touch.
where
No one's
you are.
bringing
No,
you
no,
in.
just stay there.
Yes, nice
Call
touch.
your parents.
Ooh,
Let's take it
I
from
like
the
how you
top.
roll. I like how you roll.
I'd even make them tea.
No,
Yeah.
say let's take it from the top. Let's continue doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Because you guys are parents now. So
Yeah.
because you're in a parents'
Yeah,
room.
you. This is your house. This is your house. This is your house. I'm gonna call you if I have a rare scenario. My kid just, I'm gonna call you to see what you cook up.
Yeah.
Bro.
Alright, okay,
They'd,
cool.
they'd be so scared,
And you'll be
eh?
embarrassed,
Yeah.
right? Because like it's hormones, right? If you just like say don't do this, like
Yeah.
they'll get more like sneaky. So I'll just let's put it in perspective.
Yeah, let's just talk. Who are you also?
How long would you be angry for?
Wow, a week. Maybe a week. Or half a week.
Because I feel like parents need to have some sort of anger once a child does wrong.
Yeah, maybe half a week.
Yeah,
I never want to be angry with my child more than a week. How about when a new week starts, we still have to face new problems now.
I don't think I'll be angry for long, but I think the punishments would be long.
Yes.
That's what it is. Like
Yes.
for something like that, you probably get like
Yeah, like no
A man.
okay?
you
Yeah.
get like a good punishment that'll make you know. But like we're cool. We're cool. But what
Do
you
you
did
guys
was wrong.
do you guys believe in being grounded?
They didn't do that in my house.
They also didn't do
I wasn't
that.
allowed to leave anyway. So
so
if you
it's
ground
grounding me like okay, sure.
Sharp, okay.
Permanent groundment.
Yeah.
Okay, this is our last one. It's a very easy, simple one. He or she's just caught past his or she's bedtime. Or her
Outside.
bedtime.
that's cool.
Let's just make it interesting.
I
Say
think- I
5
think-
hours.
I think I'd have like
5 hours.
I'd have trackers on all my kids. I think
Oh.
like I'd know their locations all the time.
Okay, Predator.
Like I'd have like they find my iPhones or something. They find mine.
Why?
Safety.
And
You know
when they
they'll
grow
be-
up?
our kids will be much smarter than us when it comes to technology, right?
Yeah.
They'll put a tracker on a
You open your phone, you're opening their stories as an AI version of them
Thank you.
at church.
Thank you. Like,
Yeah,
I'd have
true.
trackers. So I'd check where they are. Then I'd be like, yo, why are you still out? Come home.
Yeah.
you're going to be such a very nice and calm.
Yeah. Your wife, they're gonna hate your wife. Let me tell you now.
Yeah.
They're going to despise her. Because she's gonna have to just
See that? Yeah.
everyone. Even you should might have to from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you're too
Do you
chill.
hear what he said when they're kissing? He said, oh my God, my God, my God.
And
In my
I'm
bed.
even upset. Yes. I'm upset because he's doing that for his male son.
Son, yeah.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
That's why I'm gonna need my wife to actually like prevent me from having bias on the gender of like my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be balanced.
'Cause I can-
Especially if you
I
have
really-
many.
I know I'm gonna do it naturally already.
And then what about you? Past the bedtime, 5 hours.
I'm not going to
5
be
hours
too
past the
upset.
bedtime.
Because, like, when you grow up and you see these things happening, then you get it. Because, like, my
I also do.
nieces and nephews come over, and sometimes they are up for, like, such a long time. But it's just, like, perspective. Is it
Oh,
school
you mean
night,
like they at home past their bedtime?
or
Or
they're
you,
out?
you mean they're outside?
They're out.
Yeah, they're out.
Yeah, they're out.
He's saying they're out.
And they were supposed
okay,
to be.
I'll do
They were
what my
supposed to
mom
be
used to
back
do.
home 5 hours
I'll do
ago.
what my mom used to do. My
What
mom
she
used
used
to
to do?
She used to
Lock.
She'll be in the dark in the sitting room waiting for you. You turn on the light and she's there.
Yo,
Yo, that's crazy. Trust me, you don't want to be out again.
your mom watched too many movies.
I swear.
That's great.
She'll be waiting for you in the hall. Oh my
Damn.
dad, they'll be waiting for you.
Yo, imagine you opening clinking, you're thinking you're going to the year.
Madam, where are you going? Come and sit down.
I feel like for me, every time my child goes out, they must tell me where they're going and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'll just go.
True, real.
I'll
You
just
just pull
vibe.
up. Yeah.
A vibe, vest, shorts, some slides, and just sit on my car and then look at the party. Why is everything happening?
Waiting, yeah.
Just wait. And then when he comes out, you're like, did you have fun? I'm like, the party's not over. We're going to go clubbing. When we get home, change, go out more. Go out until I'm full, Mina.
Yeah.
And then we go back home. And I'll be like, do you understand time now? How time must be respected. Because now look at you, dusted. You finished, you tired.
Hangover.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's what I'd probably do.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. What were your parents going to do in that scenario?
Not find out. If I'm honest.
My parents wouldn't care. Like, I think I'd
They
be
wouldn't
very
care.
scared. Like, guys, I have to be home by 11. We have to be home by 11.
Yeah.
And I get home by like 1. And my mom, they wouldn't even speak about it. They'd be like, oh, you're back.
Yeah.
The time I've been scared the whole night. No, same
Probably
with you,
sleeping, eh?
Yeah, they
Probably
probably sleep.
sleeping. Wake up in the morning,
they're
even though you
waiting.
left,
Yeah.
basically.
But then again, you guys are boys.
Are
Was it the
boys.
same for your
Yes,
sister?
no.
Yeah.
So she wasn't allowed to go out at all. Like,
Yeah, no sleepovers.
they no sleepovers. She'd have to be
But
back
she
certain
started-
time. But then she started like trying to push the limits, as every child does.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were very strict to this day.
Yeah.
To this day.
Do you guys want your, like, closing one? Do you guys want your parents to fear you as much as you feared? Sorry, do you want your kids to fear you the same way you feared your parents?
No,
It's too much, ne?
Yeah,
too much.
Too much.
way
too
too
much.
much. I think they put too much salt in the food. Way too much salt in the food.
I feel like my relationship with my parents now is the kind of relationship I want my kids to have with me when they are much younger. Because now I'm more like cool with my parents.
Yeah.
I can talk to them. But when I was younger,
I couldn't even
scared.
speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. No. I think we can.
Yeah.
Sorry, no,
Just
go for
one
it.
layer,
Go
though.
for it.
I feel like we all kind of turned out
Yeah.
fine with their parenting style. So why do we want to change it?
I'm not fine.
Because I had to seek a lot of third parties to be who I am. Like for me personally, like
Okay, I agree.
I had to seek a lot of third adult parties to be who I am.
Real.
Okay, but
I got pizza 26.
yeah, I think me and 20 like 4 or 5. Yeah. But I wanna so now obviously now this part of the segment we call it final remarks.
Yeah.
And this is basically when you're just gonna speak to the subscriber, give them advice that's now the black child, and or they the person that's starting the family, and you're basically just gonna say the advice that you think that they should have. It's a huge
It's a huge responsibility.
yeah, I know, right? Some people even see me outside and they're like, remember when you said I took that advice? I'm like, you listen to me.
Whoa.
You listen to me. This guy. But anyways, yes, please give advice. Could be anything. You can be like, yo, when I was a kid, all I wanted to hear was something, anything.
Yeah, I think so, Kim. I think my advice would be don't be scared to apologize to your kids. I think our parents never used to say sorry, but I feel like a sorry can go a long way in a child's mind because they can tell you did something wrong and you are just trying to not say sorry and you're trying to justify what you did. I think that was one of the things that affected me, like, growing up. So if, as a parent, like, you do something that's out of pocket, you feel like that smacking
Like
was
you
not
did too
necessary.
much,
You did too much. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to say, like, what I did was too much
wrong.
and I'm sorry. And I'm doing this because I love you and I want you to be a better version of me or whatever. To just be able to
Say sorry to your kids, man.
Yeah,
That's a big one, eh?
Yeah. It's so crazy. I have one for like young kids. And like I think parents can install this into their kids. But I feel like as a child, understand that your parents also have a life. I remember with me, like every time my parents wanted to do something outside of us, I'd be like, why are you guys leaving us? I feel like they're in a relationship. So as kids, that like everyone is a individual. Your mom also has her own stress, own problems. So like treat her like an individual. Same with your dad, and even your parents as a couple. Like treat them like that, and give them the respect and space that they need to also be in love.
Yeah, that's a good one.
My one is like, please make sure the partner that you're going to marry has the same parenting style, or if not similar. Just make sure that it's very similar.
Yeah.
I think I grew up watching my parents have different parenting styles. And they clashed a lot. So I think that's one thing I think they could have, like, if they had the same parenting style going into it, I think a lot would be way
different.
Way different. Because now one's testing with you this way, one's testing with you that way, and it's just confusing you as a child. It's like, am I free? Am I not free? Am I cool? Am I not cool? Am I allowed to speak? Am I not allowed to speak? Like, I want a fixed approach. Yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching Seated. We've had a lovely guest.
I hate that you like. Dude, you're such a podcaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you're such a podcaster.
Yeah.
Like if I feel like
literally.
I've been thinking like, why is this thing so good? You're a podcaster. Yeah. So like, shout out to you. I wish you were close. I think every time you come this side, please.
Yeah, we should do something.
Please feature every
100%.
time. Like, if you come, how often do you come to SA?
Like once a year.
Oh, I thought
perfect.
you came a lot more.
Yeah.
But you've come a lot the past couple of months, no?
Yeah, because like working on some projects. I think I came like in October.
Yeah. Also, sorry, I'm confusing you just traveling. I think you're here because you travel a lot, yeah?
Yeah, so it's not just South
It's not just
Africa,
Africa,
it's like
yeah.
other places as well.
Yeah, but every time you come, please come past the studio.
And you guys need to come to Ghana and
Yes.
stay by plan again.
Yes.
That'll bang.
Yes.
That'll bang, yeah. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
To everyone watching at home, guys, please do subscribe. I think we've been slow with the subscriptions. I've been checking analytics. Most of you guys that are watching aren't even subscribed, which is crazy. So please subscribe. And guys, please share this podcast to a guy. We're trying to up our male audience. We have an 80% female audience, which is insane. So we're trying to get more guys to come through. And of course, guys, if you bought a ticket 17th of July, we're together. It's a live show, baby. Seatedwith, Challanges,
Rosebank.
It's going to be amazing. We're at Rosebank, Johannesburg. And if you guys don't stay in Joburg, please let us know where we should do the next live show. Should we come to Bloom? Should we come to Polokwane? I'm with you.
One more. Come to Cape Town.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week with a brand new one. Shout out.
Bye.
Perfect.
All right, nice episode.
This was so fun.